Hello, Virgo, and welcome to Ultra Instinct Tarot. My name is Andres, and I'll be the one taking care of you for this reading. I will be receiving the help from these three homies. Interesting. Alright, I guess we're gonna do two more of this deck. And we're actually gonna use the help of these two homies. Sorry, Thoth Tarot. Well, Thoth Tarot just didn't want to come out to play. Sorrow, sadness, interesting. Someone didn't want to play, and it caused sorrow, Virgo. I see. This is the 9 of Clouds, which is the 9 of Swords. Swords talks about the mind. We are in the foundation here. The only way to reach the top of the tree, since we're down here, is through our imagination. And that imagination is what creates this sorrow. It's not necessarily that what is happening is sorrowful. We are the ones that add sorrow to the event. The image is of Ananda, the cousin and disciple of Gautama the Buddha. He was at Buddha's side constantly, attending to his every need for 42 years. When Buddha died, the story is told that Ananda was still at his side weeping. The other disciples chastised him for his misunderstanding. Buddha had died absolutely fulfilled. He should be rejoicing. He should be happy for him. But Ananda said, "You misunderstand. I'm weeping not for him, but for myself. Because for all these years I have been constantly at his side, but I have still not attained." Ananda stayed awake for the whole night, meditating deeply and feeling his pain and sorrow. Because, I mean, you would imagine that the one that is literally by the Buddha's side would also understand eventually, and also attain to be a Buddha, or just the understanding, I guess. So times of great sorrow have the potential to be times of great transformation. But in order for transformation to happen, we must go deep to the very roots of our pain and experience it as it is, without blame or self-pity. Without blame, Virgo. This pain is not to make you sad, remember. That's where people go on missing. This pain is just to make you more alert. Because people become alert only when the arrow goes deep into their heart and wounds them. That's why penguins aren't very skillful or athletic, or, and they just wobble around because they don't know pain. They don't have any predators that hunt them, really, so they can just chill and waddle and have a good time. There's no necessary to evolve because there is no pain to feel. Yeah, otherwise they don't become alert, like the penguins. When life is easy, comfortable, convenient, who cares? Who bothers to become alert? When a friend dies, there is a possibility. When your woman leaves you alone, those dark nights, you are lonely. You have loved that woman so much, and you have staked all, and then suddenly one day she is gone. Crying in your loneliness, those are the occasions when, if you use them, you can become aware. The arrow is hurting. It can be used. The pain is not to make you miserable. The pain is to make you more aware. And when you are aware, misery disappears. Possibilities. Yep, that's literally what this card is saying. All this pain can be a possibility. All this pain doesn't have to be just pain. We can use this pain and learn something new, something different. So we are another minor arcana, the 2, We're in the sphere of wisdom. This is the first reflection of the one. And the tree of life of fire, which is the will of fire, like in Naruto. Why fire? Because fire doesn't stop moving. It just keeps going and going and going. So there's movement. So there's the things that create movement. So this pain can create a movement into a clear possibility. The eagle has an overview of all the possibilities contained in the landscape below. As he flies freely, naturally, and effortlessly through the sky, he is really in his domain, very grand and self-contained. This card indicates that you are at a point where a world of possibilities is open to you. Because you have grown more loving towards yourself, more self-contained, you can work easily with others. Because you are relaxed and at ease, you can recognize possibilities as they present themselves, sometimes even before others can see them. Because you are in tune with your own nature, you understand that existence is providing you with exactly what you need. Enjoy the flight and celebrate all the varied wonders of the landscape spread before you. If you ask this pain why it's there, it will let you know. It will tell you it's there for a reason. And then we can learn something from this and create a possibility. Mind can accept any boundary anywhere, but the reality is that by its very nature, existence cannot have any boundary, because what will be beyond the boundary? Again, another sky. That's why I'm saying skies upon skies are available for your flight. Don't be content easily. Those who remain content easily remain small. Small are their joys, small are their ecstasies, small are their silences, small is their being. But there is no need. This smallness is your own imposition upon your freedom, upon your unlimited possibilities, upon your unlimited potential. Ooh. The Two of Swords. 922. And we got another minor arcana. So you can be... Oh, I'm sorry, Luna. The Thoth Tarot. I accidentally threw it to the ground. Happy birthday to the ground. But that's interesting. Why would the Thoth Tarot be so angry that it needed to slam it to the ground? Two of Swords. Avoidance, indecision, hesitation, reluctance, uncertainty. Yeah, I guess if I was in that feeling, I would also want to be smashing the ground. Instead of seeing possibilities, I'm avoiding the reality, which is why it's so painful. Because being aware, it just means you accept what is going on. That's literally it. There's things you can control, and there's things that you can't control. And so, the things you can control, just do your best. And that's all you can do, is do your best. And the things you can't control, well, those are the possibilities. Anything can happen on the other side. They can either receive us with as much love as we have, or they won't. And if they don't, then there's nothing to do. That's the part you can't control. But the part you can control is your reaction to that. If you want to be stuck, indecisive, and in pain, or if you want to see what other possibilities lie. Difficult choices are marked by the Two of Swords. The Fool stands at a crossroads, and no matter which route she takes, the road ahead will be bumpy. Darkness hides the full circumstances surrounding his choice. Without information, she is indecisive. Even if facts are obvious, there may be denial or stalling, hoping that if she waits long enough, a decision will be made for her. It's not true love if you want to change the person or circumstances. Love is loving things for what they are, Oof, okay. 5, 6, this is 7 of Cups. Another minor arcana. This is all in your control. All of these reactions, all of these possibilities, all of this sadness. 7 of Cups is about daydreaming, fantasy, decision fatigue, illusions. More decision fatigue. The Fool is offered a dazzling array of choices. Interesting. I'm gonna go. My dog wants the window to be more open. Because it's pretty dark in here. Shine some light. The Fool is offered a dazzling array of choices, some leading to fame, power, and wealth, and others to love, joy, and life's simple pleasures. Which is it that you want? Each has its own allures, so she finds herself lost in those daydreams, wishing and hoping without actually taking any action. She must truly know herself and apply a healthy dose of reason in order to turn fantasy into reality. Interesting. I had hiccuped and my words got stuck when I said dose of reason, a healthy dose of reason, in order to turn fantasy into reality. Are endless options enticing and tempting you, seductive in their own way? Are you avoiding reality in lieu of pursuing some far-off fantasy? What daydreams do you have that allow you to remain daydreaming without taking action? Can you turn your romantic, professional, or creative daydreams into an actionable plan? List the consequences. Make a list of the best and worst possible outcomes. Understand what can be lost and gained with each choice. Don't let possibilities float disorganized in your head. Putting things down on paper makes them feel real. And if you just go with your emotions, obviously we don't want to feel pain. If there is a fire and I put my hand in it and my hand hurts and I get burned, I know not to go that way towards the fire because that shit hurts and I don't want to hurt. Be realistic. Identify paths you can actually work toward and follow them with a passion. Yeah. Those are the possibilities. This is going to be the movement that you've been looking for. And this came from within. This looks like the possibility that you chose. Or this is probably telling us that is one of the possibilities that are available. There is this, and then there's this. She feels really nice. She feels like home. This is of fire. This is the Queen of Fire. The Queen of Fire is so rich, so much a queen, that she can afford to give. It doesn't even occur to her to take inventories or to put something aside for later. She dispenses her treasures without limits, welcoming all and sundry to partake of the abundance, fertility, and light that surrounds her. When you draw this card, it suggests that you too are in a situation where you have an opportunity to share your love, your joy, and your laughter. And in sharing, you find that you feel even more full. There is no need to go anywhere or to make any special effort. You find that you can enjoy sensuality without possessiveness or attachment. Can give birth to a child or to a new project with an equal sense of creativity fulfilled. Everything around you seems to be coming together now. Enjoy it, ground yourself in it, and let the abundance in you and around you overflow. As you move above to the fourth center, that is the heart, your whole life becomes a sharing of love. The third center has created the abundance of love. By reaching to the third center in meditation, you have become so overflowing with love and compassion, and you want to share. It happens at the fourth center, the heart. That's why even in the ordinary world, people think love comes out of the heart. For them, it is just hearsay. They have heard it. They don't know it because they never reached to their heart. But the meditator finally reaches to the heart. As he has reached to the center of his being, the third center, suddenly an explosion of love and compassion and joy and blissfulness and benediction has arisen in him with such a force that it hits his heart and opens the heart. The heart is just in the middle of all your 7 centers. 3 centers below, 3 centers above. You have come exactly to the middle. the dream. Oh, and we end with exactly in the middle, the dream, what you want. Oof. The Six of Cups. So this is about the emotions. After feeling all that pain, it led us to want other possibilities. So many possibilities. So much pain. Until we found the one we want. And then you explode with love and joy. And it's been the dream the whole time. The thing you wanted most, eventually got. Some enchanted evening, you're going to meet your soulmate and the perfect person who will meet all your needs and fulfill all of your dreams. Right? Wrong. This fantasy that songwriters and poets are so fond of perpetuating has its roots in memories of the womb, where we were so secure and at one with our mothers. It's no wonder we have hankered to return to that place all our lives. But to put it quite brutally, it is a childish dream. And it's amazing we hang on to it so stubbornly in the face of reality. Nobody, whether it's your current mate or some dreamed of partner in the future, has any obligation to deliver your happiness on a platter. Nor could they even if they wanted to. Yes, so this deals of the happiness that we think it's gonna come. The only happiness that it can come is the one that you create. Real love comes not from trying to solve our neediness by depending on another, but by developing our own inner richness and maturity. Yes, two people that are like this Queen of Wands that want to share what they have instead of, all of this all this other movement. Then we have so much love to give that we naturally draw lovers towards us. Yes, okay, that's the real dream. Not the one that completes you, but the one that, you combine the two and there's like an explosion. This has been said again and again down through the ages. All the religious people have been saying this. We come alone into this world, we go alone. All togetherness is illusory. The very idea of togetherness arises because we are alone, and the aloneness hurts. We want to drown our aloneness in relationship. That's why we become so much involved in love. Try to see the point. Ordinarily, you think you have fallen in love with a woman or with a man because she is beautiful, he is beautiful. That is not the truth. The truth is just the opposite. You have fallen in love because you cannot be alone. You are going to fall. You are going to avoid yourself somehow or the other. There are people who don't fall in love with women or men. Then they fall in love with money. They start moving into money or into a power trip. They become politicians. That too is avoiding your aloneness. If you watch yourself deeply, you will be surprised. All your activities can be reduced to one single source. The source is that you are afraid of your aloneness. Everything else is just an excuse. The real cause is that you find yourself very alone. And the only way we can become this Queen of Wands is to be alone, to find our inner love, our inner emotions, for us to learn how to make ourselves feel this way before we depend on other people having to treat us this way. Wow, that was a dope combination. And the Thoth Tarot decided to set aside so that the Zen Tarot can deliver this final beautiful ass message to Virgo. How cool is that? And I was so sad at first because the Thoth Tarot didn't join us for this reading. But it turned out to be beautiful. Yes, something is being torn down so that something else, something more that's not illusory. Illusory. That's more of this sharing energy. Tower of Mistakes is just a mistake. That's what this tower is all about. Mistakes. If you're afraid of screwing up, then this tower isn't for you. That's from Plop. So yeah, don't be afraid of screwing up, and if you have already made a mistake, just forgive yourself and move on. Rise up like the phoenix from the ashes. Oh, wow. Okay. What the? Alright, that's really beautiful, Virgo. That's so cool. What a reading. What? Okay. So, love. You have the destruction of this pain, of this sorrow, and then love. Love is here. What a beautiful proposal. This is one of my favorite episodes ever in The Office. What a beautiful couple. What a beautiful family. What a beautiful moment. Everything about this scene is beautiful. That is what love is. Beautiful. Love is what makes it all worth it in the end. All the pain, all the tears, all the struggle, all the darkness. It's also worth it when you find love. To really know love, you must know pain. And that is also why Naruto is the GOAT. That whole pain arc, need to watch it. Thank you. And enjoy.